Yeah, I look great, Muffy.
Hi guys.
You look great.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you.
Morning. Hi, everybody. Huh?
How are you doing?
All right. I'm having a wonderful time of day. Oh, I didn't grab my keys. I hate when I don't actually pick up my keys. We'll see how long we go today. Because I'm a little sleepy still.
I'm good.
Nice, nice.
I'm tired, but I'm good. You slept for 3 hours.
Hello, everyone.
I slept for like
Hi,
5.
Stevie. I brought you
Wow.
apple.
Don't sound too happy.
It was a joke.
Oh
Hi, guys. Hope you're having a good day. In case you weren't here yesterday, there was 2 promotions.
my.
If you look to my left here, Rosner, and also not here today, but Bunny, they were both promoted to the rank of sergeant.
Woohoo!
So that in mind, Rosner, as the newly appointed sergeant, this meeting is yours.
Oh, all right. I guess I can start us off with our daily prayer. If you'd all join me. Lord above, please protect these sometimes imbecilic fools from their own misjudgment. Please help guide them towards a bright path, one of protection where we don't get shot so often. Please help them dispense your guidance and your judgment upon the criminals of this city and help us towards a brighter future. Help us win this war on drugs. And please, assist with the premarital drinking and let people learn the ways of their sin, or at least be absolved of their sin. Amen.
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 All right. I don't believe we have any major announcements. The mayoral election, I believe, might be starting today. There are rumors of delaying or postponement. Don't spread those rumors. Wait until we have something official stated. But you may be able to vote for your mayoral candidate today. It was quite a long debate. It was chaos and rather terrible all round. However, Dan did make a good impression to most of the public. Him and a lady named Joy. Interviews will be starting, so if you're feeling a little light on the ground during some of your shifts, if you have anybody to recommend, please let myself or Stevie, Poppy, or even Muffy know. I'll start looking to get interviews and passing a list up the higher the chain of
I
command
have
so we can get
something
Go
to
on.
add about that for sure.
If you wish to add something, Muffy, go ahead.
So Enzo talked to me a couple nights ago and told me that he got the green light to start hiring. So we have already kind of put in place the schedule for like the later shifts, because like the later shifts really need help too.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, that and like late NA too, like needs help.
It's the shift 3 problem.
Yeah. So basically, like what we've come up with is a calendar of. Here, let me pull it up. Okay. Basically, we have Tuesday, the 13th, 3 hours after this storm. We're gonna do like an open NA thing. That way people can try to get hired. And we're going to do like an open interview type thing. And we want to just have people come in, bring their resume, see what happens. And then gather all of the people that like are yeses or nos, and kind of like I figured he could like bring it to command and you guys could kind of all talk about it. Pick who you guys like. And then push those people through. Wednesday night, like late, like after the next storm, an hour after, we're going through the PO box and picking a lot of people that are like the later graveyard people.
Yeah,
and finally getting them interviews.
I was going to send all of them letters today and get them interviews as soon as possible.
Yeah, we've got. I can go through it with you. I'll talk to you once we went through, and he chose the ones that he wants to send letters to, so I can talk to you about that after. Because I haven't sent them yet. And then on Thursday, an hour after the next storm, we're gonna do an open interview thing for the AU people, because we really need people for that hour, like bad.
Yeah.
And so then our plan is potentially on Saturday, have them come in, like the people that we choose, slowly trickle people in so it's not too overwhelming. And then like the handful of people he chooses will come in Saturday to get their keys at like the same time as their interview. And then we can start getting
at the same
people.
time, yeah.
Yeah. That way we can start getting, because we want to try to keep it more organized. There's just way too goddamn many. Like before it was just like hire, and then it was just so many people coming in at random fucking times. And so Riggs?
I guess
What the
this will
fuck?
be your next announcement.
Hey, how's
Marshall,
everybody doing?
ass chief.
Yeah, this is
Hello?
Marshall, but not Ass Street.
Huh?
Yeah, next announcement, Riggs has been hired as a U.S. Marshal.
Oh, it
I
happened.
know what you're thinking. Just because I'm way above you, here, get out of the way of the podium, asshole. Come on, Washington.
Why are you calling me an asshole?
I know what
Oh.
you're thinking.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't think I'm above any of you just because I'm a state officer that represents, just because I can go after people federally, all across the United States, including Alaska, regions of Puerto Rico, and occasionally go on cozy Mexican vacations down to, what the hell's down Tijuana. I can also police in Alaska. I don't think I'm better than all of you for just being restricted to policing in this little teeny tiny island. But yes, thanks for. I wanted to make that announcement. I was sworn in as a U.S. Marshal by the Attorney General, Mr. Greco himself. And any questions?
No.
Anything? Any questions about anything?
That your uniform?
No, I don't. I don't have a uniform.
Wow.
Polly.
Bobby, sir, do you still hate Greco?
Nope.
Yeah,
I don't hate
gonna be
Greco. I
working
hate
on
Harper
anything.
now.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yep. I hate Harper now, not Greco. There was a question that was dodged by a lot of the mayoral candidates yesterday about how are they going to deal with Harper and her mental breakdowns that happen on the routine. A lot of them kind of chose to skip the question. I'm very worried about the future. Any more questions about anything? And yes, a U.S. Marshal is above a chief of police.
Did he
You're probably
specifically
wondering.
state that you were federal?
Right now, I'm just a state marshal for the time being. But
Yeah,
it's
I
going
was
to be
gonna
federal
say,
soon.
you would just be state.
Yeah, it's just a
We
state
learned that
marshal at the
mistake
time
last
being.
time.
Yep. It's just a state marshal for the time being. But I can apply to go outside of my jurisdiction, as U.S. Marshal. I mean, I wouldn't expect you guys to understand. Any questions about anything? Yes, Polly.
So is this different than the marshals that are in the Constitution?
There's a constitution about
Yeah.
it? I never read that.
It's also Poppy, sir.
We kind of
on there?
figured.
It's there.
It's publicly accessible.
I can't wait till I get...
Yeah.
All right, listen. I cannot
the
wait
public library.
to fuck you up in the back. You are such a piece of shit. You are the worst dispatcher ever. The second I get the authority, you're fucking gone.
Okay.
I
Who?
don't believe you'll get
Me.
the
Oh,
authority.
not you.
Oh, I think he's talking about me.
The fuck?
Yeah. The guy
He's
in
already
the back.
threatened to fire me, so.
He's not a dispatcher. He's a police officer.
No, he's not.
This
No,
guy,
I'm
yeah.
not.
He's a dispatcher.
He's in the back. He's in the
Oh,
back.
who's
No,
the
he's
best?
talking about
Oh no,
Simon.
not him.
Yeah,
Not
he's
him.
talking about me.
Oh.
No way.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
talking
about
about
Simon?
Simon?
Here, I'll
Not
let you
talking
guys
about
get to your meeting. I'll make
Simon.
sure everything's going well.
Do you
I'm
want me
so
to
confused.
do you want me to read about the state marshal position?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Attorney General, Section 2. The Attorney General
Podium.
is vested with the prosecutor and executive powers vested in the judiciary of the state of San Andreas. As such, the Attorney General may maintain or ad hoc appoint state marshals
What's
to
ad hoc
operate
mean?
through, like, just on the fly. You're an appointed one. You're, by the sounds of it, you're a permanent fixture rather than just temporary.
That's true.
No, but keep. Oh wait, at the
Appoint state
bottom.
marshals to operate through these powers. Said marshals shall be vested with the power of general law enforcement, including the power to detain individuals, perform arrests, conduct interviews, and press charges as any peace officer routinely would in the state of San Andreas. Any current law enforcement officer may be appointed a temporary interim marshal status for the purpose of aiding on a singular investigation. No current law enforcement officer may hold a permanent position as a marshal under the Attorney General.
He loopholed it.
Yep.
I guess that means that
Because he
anyone
was.
can be appointed, but you're the
'cause-
only one with any experience.
Oh yeah, because he was fired. He's not the current law enforcement officer.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Somebody want to take over?
Are you walking through an ice machine?
It's hot.
It's hot.
No, it's not.
Does anyone have any announcements today?
Someone tried to burn down the city hall.
Okay, do you want to come and talk about that, or you just want to shout it from your seat?
What?
Get up here.
Okay. Hey guys.
Hi, Norway.
Me and Gorg, we were working due diligently as the definitely not the two only officers on Sen and on duty. We responded to a call about 47 City Hall as well as some shots fired. And apparently the entire thing was on fire, and Matthew Martin got stabbed or slashed or something like that. And yeah. And it was on fire, and the fire truck came by, and some other stuff, and then yeah, it was on fire, and then it's not anymore, and it's fine. Guy is still at large though. Last seen leaving City Hall in like a pink overalls with a gas mask and a jerry can on his back. All right.
Good job. Good job.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, I'm also going to be talking to Chief Harper about a joint task force between the U.S. Marshals and the LSPD. Try and get you guys the help that you so desperately need. 'Cause let's be honest, most of you are just fucking stupid.
Riggs.
Not you, Muffy. You're not an
Not
officer.
me.
Stevie's great. Washington's great.
Me.
I guess there's some of
Thanks.
you who are pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
sir.
In case you didn't know, yesterday we did have a rather large shootout that led to myself and Norway being shut down. It was by was talked about yesterday in the meetings, which was the Russians. They're the same MO, black BMWs, blacked out. Open fired on us. Had a fight down by the docks and the industrial area over in Orchardville. It turned into a shootout with officers. So please be on high alert. Do not respond to shots fired on your own. And please, if they are shooting at you, call it on the radio as soon as possible and try not to get too close because they were shooting out of the windows at us. So yeah. Anybody else have any other announcements?
Oh, for clarification on that, most of them went into jail for about 400 months and up to $11,000 in fines.
Yeah.
We are hitting them with first-degree attempted if they're attacking certain gangs.
Which gangs are those?
Vargos, the Families, the Lost, and Cloud Surfers.
Okay. Anybody have any questions about that? Anyone got anything to say? Are we all nothing? No? Hello?
Oh,
I mean, I got plenty to say, but I'm just spectating.
do we know if our mobile GSR tests are working again?
Not to my
Yes.
knowledge.
They are.
They
they
were
are?
yes, they were the other day.
Okay.
They were yesterday, I believe. They were doing it on scene.
Okay.
Wait, on scene of Union Road.
Not sure. I believe so.
Yeah, no, they all returned negative, including myself, and I
Yes,
definitely shot.
yeah, I also returned. So
Okay, well, we will
I'd
try
send a
that in a
ticket to
moment.
the lab. Yeah.
yeah.
We'll try that in a moment, and we'll let you guys know. Anything else? Wow, I love this energy today. Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
this
they
is,
have
yeah. Woo! All right, guys, you got nothing else to do. Go out there and be safe.
Don't do
Look after
anything
yourselves.
criminal.
Don't
I
do
might
anything
come
silly.
after you. Don't do anything criminal.
Look
I
after
might be coming
yourselves.
after
Support
you.
each other.
That would
Okay.
be doing
Oh,
criminal.
hold
What
on.
please?
Whoa.
What-
Get back. Hold
what-
on. Come back. Come back.
What?
What?
Come back. If you guys have any things that you'd like to report about your fellow officers that are criminal, I'm always available. If you see a cop do anything that you believe to be criminal in nature, be sure to contact me. I'll handle that for you. Even if it's the chief of police. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Thanks, Regs.
Disregard shots fired. I'm gonna shoot into the wall and see if this GSR test is working.
Okay.
Roster, let's go over hiring
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we don't send letters to the same people.
Yeah. We'll have that.
That would be.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Is it working?
Shit.
Disregard.
Give me 1 minute.
We're testing
Papa,
out the
you wanna try it?
GSR kits.
Positive.
AM, please.
Positive. All right.
These aren't
Yep.
working.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
You can try me because I'm negative. See if it works for me.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, I believe they fixed it after the
Negative.
the graveyard storm.
Oh, all right.
All right. Okay. I'll write in that then.
Woohoo!
All right.
Who have
Guys,
you
I'm
sent
sorry, I need to
letters
get
to
past you.
already?
I haven't sent any letters yet.
Oh,
I
thank
came in-
God.
It does work. I'm positive.
Yep. Yeah, I had to use.
GSR
yeah.
tests are now functional again.
Yeah, that was just an issue yesterday. So. Yay, hiring.
It
Dispatch, go
works.
ahead and show 224
Yay!
All right.
10.1
Gonna go upstairs and talk about the hiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm basically I love Enzo, but he is not organized, so I keep him organized.
All
Hey,
right.
you
As long
guys
as we
have
have
a
an active
fantastic day, all
communication.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Be safe, Ray.
Good to see you, Riggs.
Also,
Oh,
I
God.
fired 3 shots. I only put 1 bullet back in the gun.
Huh. Okay.
I got 2 notebooks for this.
Yeah, we came up with this whole fucking schedule because last time hiring was a goddamn shit show. It was just people lined up outside for hours and hours and hours, and they would just like hire, and it was like scattered, and it was really, really like it was chaotic.
Yeah, I remember.
It was so
Yeah.
much chaos. So when he and I talked about it, he told me he got the green light to start hiring. And so he wants to focus on like the shifts that he's around, obviously. And so we went through the fucking mailbox because a lot of the people that sent in apps were like people for graveyard because we kept telling people like, oh, send in your applications for the graveyard. But then we never hired for the graveyard. So we have a bunch of
Howdy there,
people.
Norway.
Howdy.
We've got
Sorry
a
to
bunch
barge
of
in.
people that he's selected.
2476 to the 91.
I've got a list.
Wait, no, did you need something?
Yeah, I have recommendations for the AU/EU.
Yes,
Sure.
I was gonna say that's another thing is he wanted me to take recommendations from you guys too. He's like talk to
Yeah.
people, figure out like if you know people that have a recommendation for like AU or like the later NA, like let let me know because
I think
I don't know when
busy
he's
with
gonna
the
be awake.
leftovers from that NA shift when I got on duty today. But yeah, I have not seen a lot of these graveyard workers in a while.
Who did you want to recommend then, Norway?
My wondrous future wife to be, and my
Elena
brother.
Silva.
My
who
brother's
is your
also
brother?
just moved. It's Leif Haraldsen.
Say that again. What?
Leif Haraldsen. I'm Trygve Haraldsen. He's my brother, Leif Haraldsen.
Does he have a postal?
He does have a postal. I shall get it. I need to meet up with him. You should all meet him. He's a lovely feller, and he has some past experience, so training him wouldn't be a problem. But my future wife, I don't think has much experience, but I'll walk her
What's
through
your
everything.
future wife's name?
Elena
Elena
Silver.
Silva. I already have her listed in her postal.
Same. I have her also like selected for somebody that I wanted to send a letter to because she's been like really diligent about like writing
You
Yeah,
us.
said
she's also working
diligent.
at
She
City Hall.
sent 3 letters in one day and then one the next day.
Yeah. She's fired up. So, you know. When did you want to do interviews for your like time frame?
I'm willing to do interviews like now. I will start doing
Okay.
interviews
Like
because
right after.
I haven't been given clearance to hire, just do interviews.
We were
So
actually
I
given,
can do
yeah.
interviews and then just pass them up the chain of command, so that they can actually be hired on.
Yeah, we were actually
Yeah.
given clearance to hire yesterday when the chief was around, but so much shit happened yesterday that that didn't happen.
Yeah. I still think feeding back is a good thing anyway.
Yes, I agree.
Because
Yeah, that's
it's
what I told
communication.
Enzo to do is, once he does the interviews, he should take all the notes that I'm going to take during the interviews and bring them back to everyone in command so that everybody can like make a decision together. And then the approvals, I'll send out approval letters once you guys all kind of decide, hey, I like this, 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 and this.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel
No, I
like the
agree with that, yeah.
communication definitely needs to be needs to be better.
Yeah, I want to get.
I feel like once you're hiring as well, it's so easy to wake up and have new faces and be like, who the fuck are these? And as a command, it makes us look silly when that happens. Like we don't know what the fuck is going on. So to circumvent that, it's better if like we all on the same page about who's getting hired. So at least then when they see them, like it's not a shock and it's not like, who the fuck are you?
Right. I want,
100%.
when we are interviewing, I want to put basically I want to do mugshot photos too, so we just have an image of them in the MDW. MDT. Hi, I'm awake.
That's a good idea too.
All right, Joe, this is my brother here. It's DM426. He's an exceptional candidate for AUE.
DM426.
Correct. His name is Leif.
I would love to meet. I would love to.
Yeah,
meet your
I'd
brother
love
in
to.
I
Norway.
would.
I
I
think
would
he's
also
gonna be
really like to meet
fantastic.
Life.
All right. Yeah, life is amazing. All right, I'm gonna have some lunch and I'm gonna get on out there. All right.
Thank you there.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, I love that.
Right. Okay. So the candidates from the list of letters that we have: Anita Watson, Clay Hunter, Jax Sanctum, Larry Perkins, Rhett Naylor, Bo Harrison. I don't know his time zone, but his letter was pretty good. Buck Haggard, Elena Silva, and then Eric Poncherello. Poncherello had the best letter of anyone.
That's what I've already faxed him. And he's
Oh, you have?
gonna come in for an interview late night on the 14th.
So just for clarity's sake, AU is third shift, NA is second, and EU is first. Is that how we normally think about it?
Yeah, I guess
okay.
that's kind of how, because I feel like the hours here may be different than what.
But it's just kind of difficult to think. We don't have set hours, but so it makes it a little difficult to, you know.
I guess that's probably the easiest way to put it. Like, EU's 1, NA's 2, AU's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because Enzo's trying to like focus mainly on like later NA/AU.
Yeah, that's where I want to focus. AU particularly. After not then, but the one before that kind of time zone. After that.
Yeah, because like
after next storm,
I'll come
right?
in yes, after next storm. Usually 3 hours from now is about when I'm typically in, and I've been noticing that there's just been nobody for like. I get in and there's nobody here. There's like 3 or 4 people on duty.
Yeah. There was a dispatcher who applied as well for the AU shift. I forgot her name though.
Tuna.
That was it, Tuna. Do you have any comments on her?
It's hard to understand her on the radio. So the concern for me is it's going to be hard to understand what she's saying and communicating. I think that's
okay. That could be an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my main concern is like, since I've worked with her with dispatch, like hearing her on the radio is a little difficult sometimes. And the way she talks is kind of hard to understand. And so I feel that that's probably her only hurdle is like, if that's on a call and it's hard to understand what she's saying, if like shit's hitting the fan, I feel like that's going to be a little difficult. But I did tell Enzo, like, if you want to interview her, we can, and you can get a feel for it. Because then at the end of the day, you can always say yes or no. Everyone else can, kind of decide.
If we say no, she might get discouraged and leave dispatch as well, though.
Well, I've already hired like 2 other ladies for AU, so we're covered.
All right.
Yeah, I run a tight ship with the office. Like if I see a need, I fill it because it's a much smaller department to run than a whole ass police department.
Right.
So it's like I saw the AU was lacking, so I hired 2 more ladies, and there were actually more people that wanted to come in. So it's like if push comes to shove, I can get other people at that hour too. Like there's never a lack of people wanting to work.
All right, I just don't want you to think that we stop poaching your employees.
No, I have already kind of come to terms with like, there's a few dispatchers that I know they just want to be officers, and I don't care. Like personally, I really don't. If they want to be an officer, I'd rather them get their interview and do it if Harper's okay with it. Because that way I can hire people that just truly want to be dispatched, and I don't have to worry about the constant, oh, is this person just waiting? I don't mind if they want to be officers. I don't care. So I can always find more. There's people that want to dispatch. Like I can find more. I'm not struggling. Okay, so let's figure out who you're gonna send letters to, who I'm gonna send letters to, so we're not double sending. Because there's some people that like I don't know their time frame. You've given me no time frame.
Well, I wanted to speak to. Well, you could potentially relay the message to the other dispatchers. I don't particularly want to tell people that we're hiring, but I would like to encourage people to send letters in. And not give them advice on what to send in, because that's just an easy way to filter. If you're going to send me a letter that says, "Hi, my name's James, no last name. I like policing. I've done policing before. Sincerely, James," and then they don't leave a postal address, well, I'm not hiring.
Yeah, I fully agree. I've gone through the mailbox, and I've gotten rid of all of those that never gave a PO to respond to. I deleted those from the.
They're just useless. They don't include a time frame. That's kind of a concern. The only reason that I included Bo Harrison is because his letter was actually pretty good. It's just he didn't include a time zone, so I have no idea when he wants to actually work.
Oh, sorry. I, I just realized this might be useful for the future, just in case. I accidentally have my notebooks stacked like on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just made copies onto the notebooks. So if you ever want to make a handbook for anybody, might be a real good way to use it.
Interesting.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do something very quick. I'm gonna run all of these names through the, through the database to make sure none of them have priors.
Yeah, that's also something. Yep. There's a couple of the gate guys that we want to give interviews to.
Black Dragon and the
Black Dragon is like
Yes.
at the top of our list for sure. And then there's this guy Daryl.
Ugh.
I love him.
He was at the top of my list until
Did he do something dumb?
Yeah.
Oh God, what did he do?
He dressed up like a Vago to go undercover.
Oh, okay. Anita Watson is not in.
Oh, Daryl.
She might be dead.
Oh,
wait, what?
Oh,
Anita Watson's not in the database. She doesn't exist.
Oh,
She's a ghost.
Well, rest in peace to Anita Watson. We're so sorry for your loss. Oh dear.
Clay Hunter has no priors.
The people that I was going to send letters to, basically how Enzo and I have kind of scheduled this out is we want to do, like, I want to put a poster up that says this is the time we're doing open interviews.
I can make a
poster. This is the NA time. This is the AU time. I already have it done.
Oh, damn.
I haven't put it up yet, but it's done already.
Can I
last night.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Could we not do it in this office and maybe do it in Sandy? Or do it like, just because this office always gets very full, the vents are very small.
Isn't MRPD like?
Aren't
the doors open there?
Are the doors
I
open?
thought it was closed.
Oh, they're all closed. I went through it the other day.
Oh, damn it. Because I know Enzo processed people in MRPD like not that long ago, and I yelled at him because there's no radios there.
Yeah.
See, that's the only other problem though, is like if we do it in another station, we don't have radios there.
Right.
So if shit hits the fan and we need people, like, I want to make sure we're still at least available if officers need to go do something.
I asked for Paleto radios to be put in weeks ago, so that might have been done.
I was there yesterday, and I had to call PD 40 times to somebody come pick me up.
Okay.
Nobody was answering the phone, and
I did
I was
ask.
stranded.
I did ask and be like, "Hey, can you give us it?" But I guess not yet.
I believe Bo Harrison is also dead.
Oh. Okay. Good. Okay. Well, then I will scratch him from my list.
Buck Haggard is clear of any crimes.
See, I figure a lot of these like old like letters, some people just maybe have not been back since. It's like they put in their application and then they go, they go back home.
Yeah, I've also paid attention. A couple of these have, purchased vehicles and stuff, which is encouraging. It means they've been around.
Good. I know Buck Haggard. I've seen him come in on and off. Like, he comes into the office every once in a while, so I think he's still around.
All right.
There was a guy. Remember Jack? He's the security guy at City Hall.
Jack Sanctum. Yeah, I had him on my list.
Or Jack Hunter.
Oh, Hunter. Oh, yeah, I did also see that.
Because he put in an app to be a cop, and he was a gate guy for a while, and then he got hired on at City Hall. So it's like, do we want to reach out to him and see if he still wants to be a cop, or should we just leave him at City Hall?
I'd be
Because he and I
tempted
have a
to
good
bring him in.
rapport.
Oh yeah, I was at with any of you. I know, Papa, you were there for a bit, but the mayoral debates. There was a lot of stuff that went down towards the end with people who needed to be ejected, and I didn't see Jack move once. The PD had to step in.
Oh.
Oh God. All right. Well, then I will take him off my list if that's because you gotta have initiative.
Yeah,
It's like your time to shine.
you get put in charge of security. Secure the area. And that I don't think I would really want to get in the way of Riggs, nunchucking everyone, and Chief Harper macing everyone else.
Oh my god.
Oh God. That happened yesterday.
Yeah, well, I mean, they deserved it. Everybody was asking for them to be ejected. It was Maurice and Ollie just
fuck
started a
Maurice.
fight in
Damn
the
it,
corner.
Maurice.
You almost killed Enzo. Fuck Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice is kind of an ass.
I don't even acknowledge his presence anymore unless it's work related. And then as soon as I answer his question, I walk away. Let's see. There's a guy. Let's see. Okay, so our list. Let me see here. Blakely McKenna. I think she's another one that's put in multiple apps.
She's the one who stands by with Black Dragon. She's
Okay, she
got
with the black
previous
hair, right?
experience, yeah, from like a year ago or something. So she does kind of know her RS and PC. She is very monotone and kind of scary.
That'd be kind of fun though.
Yeah, I think she would be good to hit the ground running, but I think they're more shift too.
Yeah, so that's why we wanted to kind of try to hit both. So our plan was Tuesday, 3 hours after this storm, hold the NA like open interviews so that people can be around and potentially just basically just bring in your resume so it doesn't clog up the goddamn mailbox. Like just bring a physical copy in. That way it's like I don't have to sit there and sift through so much shit.
Yeah. Just one major concern I do have is so shift 2, yes, we can probably hire maybe 4 or 5 cadets.
Purple gang stealing a car from impound currently.
Sorry, we could probably hire 4 or 5 cadets and have the FDOs to train them or other people to assist them. We have one officer sometimes on shift 3 if we do a mass hiring. Good
so
luck,
how
Norway.
Enzo has described it to me, I'm basically like his liaison right now while he's fucking laid up in bed.
Yeah, he was up late.
He was up real late. He basically wants to try to focus for shift 3 people at least, and potentially late NA. He wants to try to find people that have a little bit more experience first. So the first wave of hires, and not too many either. He said maybe like 5. Like bring in 5 people who have some experience, who know, a decent amount, so it's not going to be as hard to train them up. So then those people, when they, are kind of up to speed, we can start trickling in people that maybe aren't as much up to speed. And you can slowly trickle in, because I feel like with AU, like there's nobody around and it's going to be so hard. And I told Enzo, like, we cannot mass hire for AU because there's nobody here to train them. We have to go slow.
Yeah, I'd still only like to go maybe 2 or 3 at first. Slow it down with those, even if they have experience, because when we started, pretty much everybody came in with experience, and many of
even
those
if we
are still problems.
If we do open interviews, it doesn't mean everybody has to get hired. Basically,
True.
what we'll say to people, Enzo came up with a really good idea of saying, if you have not gotten a rejection letter, do not give up hope, because we're going to slowly be funneling people in. And, if you don't get a rejection letter, just keep checking your mailbox type thing. That way people know if they have not gotten a rejection letter, you just got to have patience. Because it has to be a slower trickle in. I agree. It was too fucking chaotic last time.
Yeah, but we needed a mess higher. Now we can be a little more selective, even if we are down horrendous on numbers.
Agreed. Like, even though we want to do like an open interview thing, like basically what I'm going to tell people is like, I'm going to cut off the line eventually and just be like, no more interviews for today. Have a good one. And then just go through those chunk of people. And then once
on the invite, you can literally put it's first come, first served.
Exactly. Like that's basically what it
And
is.
disclaimer saying, hey, if you don't make it, that doesn't mean you're out of the running. We will have other days.
Exactly. To at least kind of gauge, because who knows? Who fucking knows? Everybody hates the cops now. Who knows how many people will actually come in this time? Like, you just never know.
You'd be surprised though. They all say they hate the cops until there's an opportunity to be part of the cops, and suddenly everyone likes them again.
You're not wrong. This place was flooded for like weeks.
Surprised. The crime will drop suddenly, and you'll have 40 people standing outside.
Yeah, that's true.
Poppy, have you taken notes? Because I think we're starting to get to the point where we all agree and
Yeah, I'm taking some notes. Yeah,
What's up,
and I think
guys?
Emote has. Yeah.
Hi.
Can I talk to you, Stevie?
Yeah.
Oh, Cobb's one I want to bring in for interviews as well.
Yeah, if you guys have recommendations, please do. Like that's another thing Enzo wanted to say is like he wants to do the open NA interviews Tuesday. I'll be there with him to take notes while he kind of focuses on the interview part, and I'm gonna just kind of help him be the organizer.
Yeah,
and help him stay organized.
You would be fantastic for the quote unquote vibe check.
Yes, I also I've that's kind of what I've done with dispatch is I kind of feel people out, and I think I've done pretty well. So
I think you have as well.
I want to help him kind of. Because I have a few, like, I like to ask silly questions to people in interviews because it kind of gives me a gauge of, like, if people have a sense of humor. Because I feel like you really have to have a sense of humor working here. You can't be too much of, like, a stick in the mud or you're just not going to have fun.
Like I said in the meeting, I can teach someone to be a cop. I can't teach someone to be a character.
Exactly.
I mean, I need people with some experience, but at the same time, I'd rather a couple more Norways than I don't
100%.
know the opposite of a Norway.
100%. So how we have it scheduled out is the open NA interviews on Tuesday. Wednesday night, an hour after the next storm, is the scheduled letter sending interviews. So I'm going to send letters today and tell people, hey, this is when we're going to do an interview. If you cannot make it, please tell me when you can. If I don't get replies, you're shit out of luck type thing. If I don't hear back from you, you're going to have to apply again at a later date.
Wait, actually, can we do it slightly different? Like your feedback on that?
Posters please.
For the open interviews, and then the people that we have already listed out, have them part of closed interviews, actually arranged ones.
Yeah, that's what's going to be Wednesday night. That's going to be the night for people to come in for the AU ones anyways.
Oh, I was thinking just send them a letter saying, hey, when you're available, tell us your times, because if we set time, there's going to be people who either can't make it in because, they can't.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to have them say, if you can't make it in for this, send me a letter when you can.
All right.
That way, it's like we can try to corral as many people as possible on that day. And then if they can't make it, they can't make it. Like, I've noticed this. Everybody tries to accommodate schedules for everyone, and that's just never going to happen. So, kind of what I've been telling Enzo is we just need to start setting dates for these things. And if people cannot make it to those dates, that's fine. They just have to let us know when they can, and we'll accommodate for that. But if we can try to corral as many people at once, it just saves us all a headache of like not having to do this scattered throughout multiple hours of multiple days. And
yeah, sounds good.
It'll be so much easier. So at least for the AU stuff, that's kind of what he wants to do, is to have that like scheduled time of say, hey, come in an hour after this storm. If you cannot make it, please tell me when you can for an interview.
So you've already messaged Eric, so it's just Clay, Jax, Larry, Rhett.
I haven't sent a PO to anybody yet.
Oh, I thought you said you'd sent one to Eric. Eric.
Oh yeah, no,
Paparino.
Eric Poncherello is the only person I've sent a
Right.
fax to.
So then we just need to send one to Life, Elena, Buck Haggard, Rhett Naylor, Larry Perkins, Jax Sanctum, and Clay Hunter. I have all of their POs. Do we want to split that like a couple each, or?
So I also have others that we've gone through the box, and some of them have given 0 like time frame. So I figured we're just gonna lump those people in with our, you know, hey, come here on the 14th. If you can't make it, tell me when you can type thing. But then again, I don't know what people's time frame is, so it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, I think if they've not included their time frame, well, they've missed out critical information that we needed to know and kind of failed on the first hurdle of a interview process. Like I was saying, if they don't include their full name, they don't include their PO box, or they're not including their time zone. But that's kind of a big red flag for me immediately.
Yeah, because I can go through and cut down any of these people that I've that Enzo kind of looked through all the letters and said, okay, yes, like we can interview these people. And if you want to follow that standard, that'll make our job so much easier. Just literally go into the mailbox and throw out all the letters that, you know, don't kind of meet the standard. That way it makes it easier to pull from.
I think if they have a good letter but they haven't included their time zone, you can let them know when the open interviews are so they get a pre-warning because they're clearly interested. But yeah, if they're not including their time zone PO or their full name, that's a big red flag.
Okay.
How are they going to write a report if they can't even tell me when they want to get hired for? Right. Okay. So did you say you wanted to split these ones up?
Yeah.
Do you just want to?
I think basically now that I'm hearing this makes sense. This is why I wanted all of us to talk, and I'm glad I'm here. That's why I got up a little early, because I was like, I want to start figuring this stuff out, and I need to talk to the other people at the other time zones, because I do not want it to get crossed, and it's gonna be so hard if we are sending multiple letters to multiple people at the same time.
That would.
But I think what we should do is focus on the people that have made it clear they want to work graveyard. So people like Elena Silver. Yeah, like Elena Silver has who else?
She said AU. Buck Haggard shift 3. Life is AU. All of these names I have listed down are for shift 3 specifically.
Yeah. So basically for those people, I have like a pre-written letter that I was just going to send out, like a mass fucking send out, just, you know, copy it in the copy machine, white out their names, send them all the same little boilerplate.
Oh.
Just say, hey, this is the time we're going to do your scheduled interviews. If you cannot make it, tell me when you can.
Papa,
and if I do not hear back from you within 7 days, you're going to have to reapply in the future.
All right, Papa, do you have a blank piece of paper I could use?
Mm-hmm. You?
Is gonna go to Plato.
Because I figure if they're not sending us anything back within a week, like, you're just gonna have to try next time. Better luck next time.
Yeah, you missed your time. We don't have time to wait for people.
No. Especially when there's a lot of people that will come in and get it going.
This is my list of. There we go. My list of shift 3 individuals that I'm keen to interview.
All those people are on our list too, which is good.
Perfect. for interviews, and then we can start getting the ball rolling and start getting more people in. So Norway.
And then
alone.
Blakely McKenna's probably another one I'll add to it too.
I think she's more shift too. I'm fine with shift too. Same with Black Dragon. If they're exemplary, we can bring them in, but we have other problem areas that we need to address.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of Enzo was saying, like, if we have like recommendations, he wants to take those into consideration too. Like he wants to hear from like other people if they like see somebody who they're like, hey, this person would be great. We can slowly kind of trickle them in. Because if anything, like the gate people, for example, we see them all the time. They're gonna see the open interviews happening. They can just pop in. Easy squeezy. I see Black Dragon and Blake out there like every night with shift 3.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else to add.
What about like the NA time? Like, because I've noticed it's been a little light. It's been a little light. What should we do for that?
Well, how light is light?
Well, so 2 hours from now is typically when I'll get on duty. And there's been like 4, maybe 5 people on duty this whole week.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
that is. I'm going to be honest, apart from time now, that's been most shifts.
Yeah.
If anything, that is our most. That is
Active
our
shift.
Yeah.
So
We actually
today,
have officers.
before I got on duty, nearly every single day before I got on duty, it is 2 officers and one of them is Norway.
Yeah.
Myself and Poppy have multiple times this week both been incredibly tired and wanted to go off duty, but we're, 2 of 3.
Yeah.
So if we both go off, there's a solo cadet left, and they're policing alone.
It's across all time zones.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed too, and that's why I wanted to do at least one like NA open interview thing. That way we can see if we happen to find some gems, like little diamonds in the rough.
We need them to be such good diamonds that they don't need to be polished.
Yes.
Because we don't have the capacity for that right now.
Yep, that's kind of how Enzo felt. I feel like his goddamn liaison right now, but
yeah.
We were up
need to focus
late as
on
fuck last night talking about all of this.
Yeah, we do need to focus more on the AU and the start of EU, and then NA. If we find people at the open interview, we can bring them in. But
exactly, that's kind of our thought. Is we wanted to focus mainly on the AU times because it's like bad.
Yeah, we closed interviews for those 2 shifts, and then open interviews for NA. We'll find some people, I'm certain.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like we'll find some people for sure.
All right. Oh my God, we're doing very well today. What the hell? Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dispatch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm floating a bit. So, see, there's 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's like Simon, Ari, and Elizabeth. And then I'm just here to kind of get everything situated letter-wise.
Everything okay in here?
Oh yeah, we're good.
While since I've been in this room.
Hi, Riggs.
How's everything going? I didn't mean to intrude. I just saw you.
Oh,
guys
you're
up
fine.
here.
We were kind of at the end of it anyways. You could come in. You're good.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right.
How are you? How's the new job?
Oh, it's going pretty good. I just got a bunch of leads on a meth operation, so.
Oh yeah, let me guess, Sandy Shores.
Actually, no.
Interesting, because I hear a lot of meth goes on in Sandy.
Until I can convince Harper to let me get my joint task force going.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that put apps in for detective stuff, and then yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not
I've
only
been
did
paying attention to them, and many of them don't even write damn reports.
Oh well, not many. Not even to mention. I mean, Harper, unjustly fired me and then put an end to our goddamn detective program. I mean, she's a real monster. Has she been putting on weight too?
No,
I
looks
haven't
really
really
stressed.
seen her much lately because by the time I'm here, she's asleep already or off duty. So I haven't seen her.
Well, thank God you're
But I
Marino
don't-
was in
Thank God.
ICU after
I don't
being
think
tortured.
she's put on any
Stevie, as
weight.
usual, it's
That's
always
mean.
nice to see you. You look great today.
Thank you. It's good to see you too.
Reminds me of old time. We had some good times back then.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. I used to cheat on my wife with Stevie.
Thank you for telling everyone.
Oh.
She never
Oh.
found out though.
Okay.
But how
That's
did
fun.
Stevie never find out?
No, Stevie found out. My wife never found out.
Janet never
It was
found
the
out.
oddest thing. My Stevie and Janet were so close. You would say they were best friends. You would have thought at least.
You could say that. She was like a sister to me. Yeah, you
Yep.
could. Hmm.
Yep, you could say that.
Wait, was she
It was
your sister?
was her sister. Yeah.
Yeah. It was my
Oh.
sister.
Oh.
Oh.
That's
I-
nasty.
Okay,
Good
she's
times,
a bitch.
you know what
okay,
I mean? Good
she's a
times.
bitch. She's not
Yeah,
a
she
nice
is.
person.
Yeah, she's not.
Ooh.
She did. She spent her time, always baking cookies and brownies for a food drive. She would always try to gather up canned goods to give to the homeless. She volunteered at animal shelters as well as homeless shelters. She actually would always go to Monday and Sunday church services because she enjoyed helping out the people there. But you know something? She just wasn't
Yeah.
that nice of a person.
Was that like a cover for like being an asshole? Like I'm gonna do all these nice things, but I'm actually an asshole.
It
know?
was just the way she spoke,
How-
it was just the
How
way
did
she would talk.
speak?
She would just be like, "Oi." She would just be like, "Hey, how's your day going, honey?" And it just always came off very condescending.
That sounds like somebody just asking how your day was.
What do you want for dinner? Oh, well, why can't dinner already be made?
Oh my god, people can't read your mind, Riggs. What the hell?
Why can't I mean, I'd come home and she wouldn't even have she would have like a nice, she'd be wearing my clothes, telling me to come sit with her on the sofa. I don't got time for that. I gotta work.
Did
But
you
you
just
just came
come
home
home
from
from
work.
work?
Yeah,
I
but
have
like,
to continue doing
yeah,
more
but
work.
usually you came home to shower, have a quick nap, and then get
Yeah,
back
and then
out
go
there.
out and bang her sister.
Okay, thanks, Riggs.
I mean, what else are you gonna do when you're out on long stakeouts? Polly, Washington, the two of you guys spend a lot of time together. You ever just been out on a stakeout with the camera and then
Pop
she
is
just
a
puts
little
her
sister
hand
to
on
me.
yours
Yeah.
and then this leads to that?
No, we're
Yeah,
siblings.
Riggs is like an older brother to me.
Yep.
No,
N-
me and Pop
Not an
is-
incestual
no.
relationship because we're not.
Oh, as
blood
in
related.
like, I trained under him, and then he
Yep.
was married to my sister when I came over, and yeah, long nights,
Yep.
stressful times, and yeah.
I'm putting my foot down.
Gotta
Me and
bang out
Poppy
those
are
stressful
are
times.
not like that.
Oh yeah, you and Polly ain't like that. That's nice. I mean,
Poppy,
Polly's a
sir.
very nice woman. Well, I got to take care of some things. All right, I hate interrupting. I miss you guys. I really do. I'm hoping that Harper will still let me work in some capacity with you guys. But if she doesn't, I'll just pull rank and jurisdiction on all of her calls. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, is he actually? I don't know if he actually
There's
is.
a lot more to it than what he's saying. There's a lot more to everything than what he is saying.
I wouldn't want to get involved in your personal business.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
no,
Yeah,
okay, no,
yeah.
no,
It
no.
did sound real bad.
It's okay.
Muffy, it wasn't
Oh.
like that.
I believe. I think he over exaggerates a lot of things. So
It wasn't like that at all. Like okay.
Wait, scouts. I think that'd be a cool thing to try out. Beaver scouts.
They wanted me to trade with Riggs because my dad wanted me to get more like passion and charisma, and Riggs needed somebody to keep him in check, and and him and my sister, and it just all worked out. Like we could all go home to dinner and things like that. But like it's complicated. Okay, you spend a lot of nights together. You stake out a lot of things. Like you're going to the same calls. You're seeing the same shit. Like think of it like this. You're minding you're on patrol, and someone's daughter who is barely younger than you goes missing. And so you spend 24, 48 hours searching for them together. You're a mess. You haven't slept. You're living off of greasy food and coffee. And then you find her and she's dead. And then your next job is to go talk to the mother. And you have to go tell the parents that their kid who's barely younger than you. Yeah, you've got to go tell the parents. And then after that, it's no longer like, a missing person. It's a homicide. So then you're spending, the first 24 hours, the most important. So you're not sleeping. You're drinking coffee. You're eating takeout food. You're both like
doing the burger.
Places. Your skin is literally oozing grease from all the shit you had. And then on top of that, you have like your dad and your sister being like, "Where are you? Like, where are you? Why aren't you giving time to the family? Don't you think it is important?" And you're both getting that put on you, and you're stressed, and you're annoyed.
Oh, we only have officers that are perfect. A burger would be nice,
you
please.
might get a break in the case.
What the hell do you have in the back?
You're full of hope and you're elated.
My locker.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just I didn't feel like going out front and grabbing my car, so I'm just putting it in there for now.
Yes.
424. I'm back in my vehicle. 195. I'll be at Toledo PD.
204 is 10-8.
One,
Right,
two, 3, 4.
Muffet spoke in circles a lot there. Oh, I think we all did. I'm not
I
blaming Muffet.
think we all did. I think we're all just so.
Look, we're all on the same page, but we're just making sure we're on the same page, so we keep repeating the page.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, it was hard to get, so I wasn't sure if we were splitting up who's sending the letters, and then Muffet said that she said she had all of them, so I think she's now sending all the letters, because she said she was just going to send a generic one out to everyone.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a personalized one, just a copy and just redo over and over.
Dispatch to available units. Please be advised there is a person on a wheelchair wearing green-yellow striped shirt, a black male, holding people up with a gun in the south side.
Maurice.
Yeah, sounds like Maurice.
I don't know how long I'm going to be around today.
Why is that?
I don't feel good.
Oh, alright. Yeah, I don't plan on being around too much, but there's a lot of
So much needs to be being
noise.
done. Oh yeah, also done.
I don't know if you heard me during the meeting.
Walking through ice machine?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the rest of the mayoral debate?
Oh, it was dog shit. It was just bad. Just all of them, you could tell none of them really knew what they wanted to do or what they could do, which is fair because there's never been a mayor before. But they just kept repeating other people's good points in order to make themselves look better. None of them really had any full conviction in their own ideas. Then there was arguments about taxing businesses and helping small businesses, which all the business owners and council members got upset about. I do think we need to tax businesses.
I mean, I don't even know if the state have a budget.
No, they don't. It'd all just be fundraisers.
Hello.
Hey, officer.
Howdy.
Oh, they're there.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, pleasure to
Washington, Joe Brosnan. Which would you prefer to be called?
I like Washington. Sergeant Washington works.
Sergeant Washington, and you are?
I'm Officer Poppy.
Officer Poppy. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you both. My name is Caroline.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's not. I'm very new, so I'm trying to, get to know people about. And you two are the first, besides this gentleman, who's really stopped and said howdy back.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. You are looking for anything in particular in town?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I just mean some people come here on holiday, some looking for new work, some looking for, I don't know,
Wow.
whatever else.
If you knew where she's coming from, you'd understand why she left.
Well, which one, Troy? Remember, I left the first one to go to the second one.
He's
then I
from
left
Kentucky.
home.
This is the big city.
Yeah.
She came here to be a prosecutor. She wants
Yeah.
to send people to jail.
Oh,
You
okay.
want to be
Well,
a prosecutor?
I would like to get into the DOJ field. I did study, and I do have a bachelor's in it. So, however, I don't know if I want to get right into any kind of lawyering or nothing. I mean, administration's fine for the, for
Have
a
you
while.
been up to City Hall?
Yeah, I just came from there. They told me to send a letter to the number city. So I hope they weren't lying. If this was a prank, I'm very
Did you
upset.
put it in all caps?
I don't know.
All right. Yeah, you might want to make sure you do that.
I'm just, now I'm paranoid. I'm gonna get up in another.
All right.
And God forbid there only be one city.
That was at the U2.
That was a Utah. Why are people shooting at Utah?
I don't know.
How are you doing there, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you two?
He's waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm
Eddie's.
tired. Did you stay at that party all night?
I stayed for a good portion of it.
I
You
don't
also told
remember.
me to yell at you if you're ever up past the storm.
Yeah, I was up the nearly 3 hours past the storm. I went to bed about 8 a.m., maybe a little later.
You're not real.
Well, I don't ever get to hang around with none of y'all, especially around
That's
those
fair.
hours. I see you briefly, but you all seem so busy, and then parties happen after the storm, and that's when everyone seems to have fun, and I feel left out sometimes.
Yeah, you ransacked the Belmont, man.
You did what?
No, I didn't I bought all of my goods. I
Yeah,
spent
you-
about $800, $900 on alcohol
We had
and
no cigars left.
cigars.
We had to put so many contracts up after you bulldozed through that place.
Guys, I'm gonna send you over to Nikki.
Spent nearly $1,000
I'm like, my
there.
throat
Yeah,
is
thank
not
you
doing
for
hot. I'm having trouble
your
talking.
patronage.
Well, I mean, if
Sorry
we're
for
gonna
the
hang
tea
out there, I'm
stream.
gonna
I'll be
drink
around
there.
tomorrow, probably for D&D though.
Hey, the best wine in the city, guaranteed.
Yeah, I was sleeping. I think I might be sleeping again soon. Bye 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 bye.